amazing personality is about to join us today in our Lock Talk, and I'm sure that you will get a lot of inspiration from her. So please meet Dr. Bhavna Mehta, who is Head of Department and Professor in Social Work at the Faculty of Social Work, Director, Office of Corporate Affairs, Dean Officer on Special Duty, Faculty of Law, the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda. She is a qualified social worker with almost 30 years of experience in the field of social work, women's studies and human resource management. Professor Mehta has worked extensively on women and children's issues, especially in the area of violence, health, human rights, empowerment, rights of a child, gender and development, and corporate social responsibilities. So please welcome this most dynamic personality, a leading woman and we can say pride of womanhood. Here we have Dr. Bhavna Mehta with us. Friends, Dr. Bhavna Mehta has a very big profile, so I have shared few details of it. And now let's begin our Lock Talk with her. We are so grateful to you, Bhavna ji, that you have accepted our invitation, and here we begin the Lock Talk with you. And my first question is very simple but a nice question for you. Why did you take teaching as your profession?
Very good question. Simple but nice. Why did I choose teaching as my profession? Rita, when I passed out and I did my Master of Social Work from College of Social Work, Nirmala-Niketan in Mumbai, I worked, with people. I worked in the Kamatipura area where I was working with women and children living there, and in conditions which is really one can't even imagine. Then I worked with women who were also dowry victims and survivors of violence against them. When I moved to Baroda, I began working on women's issues here in the city and did a lot of research work around it, joined women's organizations, was part of a lot of training programs, and did whatever was possible in this city and was required. I had learned when I was a student and I was taught by my teacher that once you have 5 to 10 years of work experience, you should get into teaching. Why? Because you are grounded, you have field experience, and it's if you bring that experience in your teaching becomes practical teaching, and thereby you can reach out to number of budding professionals, and then you can inspire them and you can train them with the required skills and knowledge. And there I joined Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of Baroda, one of the leading university of the world and in the country. And here women's issues are really given a great importance. As you know that Baroda state was the only state, and right now it is the only university where you have girls' education as a free education for girls. And that was a pioneering work that was done here in Baroda. So I decided to join here in the teaching work so that I can be in touch with young people, feel younger when I'm with them, and at the same time spread teach them whatever little knowledge I have, and inspire them to do their best in their lives. Rita?
Bhavna ji, your subject as a teacher is very interesting. As well, you preach or practice as a social worker also. So please share your views on social work, on women empowerment and helping others.
To do social work, Rita, you don't have to always go out. Of course, there are very many people outside in our country, in our city, who needs help, who are very poor, who are really downtrodden, marginalized, suffering, exploited, subjugated, and they need our help. But many times it is not possible for everyone to do that. So what, sitting at home, in the situations in which you are, what you can do best is what one has to reflect and do it. And for that, what I will say is one, very important is be compassionate. Be kind to people around you, and that's very, very important. Many times we become so ruthless, we become so rude, we become so domineering over others that we don't even realize that we are actually violating, we are affecting them psychologically, mentally. So be compassionate, be kind, be loving. I think that's the biggest quality a human being has. And if we can love others, spread love around, that also is a social work. In respect to women's empowerment, let me tell you, Rita, that the conditions of women in our society, especially in India, is really bad. Indian society is a patriarchal society, very strong patriarchal society, where most of the decisions related to women's lives are not taken by women. Even if women feel that they are taking that decisions, these decisions are many times controlled by social norms. That means what society expects of them to do. So if I do what society expects me to do, I'm conforming to that norm, and I feel it is my decision. But actually, one has to ask, is that the decision that I wanted to do? Is this a thing that I wanted to practice in my life, or I wanted to do something else? And that is what is women empowerment, wherein a woman can really feel free to decide what she wants to do and how she wants to lead her life. Expectations are there for everyone. Because we are part of the system, we have to be adhering to that. But let's make a system where both men and women feel free to do what they want to do in their life and support each other in achieving what are their ambitions and what are their aspirations from life. Thank you, Rita.
Bhavna ji, you have been so helpful to others, and in this current scenario, I'm sure you must be helping many people. So what are you practicing as spreading awareness of COVID-19 and helping people coming out of it?
Rita, I don't think I'm doing a great work. There are many others who are really doing extraordinary work, excellent work, and we must applaud them. However, for past 2 months, we are at home in a lockdown situations. We are seeing so many bad news throughout the day. People dying, people suffering, frontline warriors doing lot of hard work for days together, not going home, not meeting people, working in a very poor conditions and in a pathetic environment around. And sitting at home, I kept wondering, what am I doing? I should be out there to help people. So many people are dying, and when the country needs me, when the world needs people to help, I should be doing something. And then keeping my circumstances, my expertise and my skill in mind, we did one online study to find out the psychosocial impact of lockdown on common people. And from there, what emerged was that people were feeling quite depressed. People were feeling afraid and fearful of the COVID-19 situations, and they were they suggested us to spread awareness about this particular issue and how to prevent it and how to promote one's health. And because I'm a social worker, I'm a social work educator, I thought it very appropriate to conduct an online training program on social work interventions during COVID-19. And we planned a 5-day training program for social workers, budding social workers. We received an overwhelming response, and the program that we had actually scheduled it only for 1 batch, we did it for 4 batches back to back for 5 days. So we had experts with us on our panel as a resource persons from institute like Tata Institute of Social Sciences, from Bharatidasan University, from Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda, practitioners. They were working with children also were there. And in these 5 days, we tried to reach out to as many as possible. The program was streamed live on YouTube, and we had an international webinar that was organized where we had 3 experts from 3 different continents of the world. So we had a USA perspective, we had a Europe perspective, we had Australian perspective, and we had Indian perspective. So 4 continents. Social work educators talked about the situations in their country and decided what they can do together and how we need to navigate our course of action in time to come. Thirdly, now in the upcoming week, we are organizing a webinar again to spread the inspirations amongst the youth about the civil society response in COVID-19 situations, wherein a voluntary organization, a corporate and a university is going to share about what they did in this difficult time. I'm doing my bit. Are you?
My next question for you, Bhavna ji, is in current scenario when you are conducting many webinars, connecting many different countries and continents and helping our nation, how is the response to it? How people feel about it? And how many people do participate in your webinars?
Rita, when we are organizing this webinar series as a part of our online educational effort to help people in this difficult time, what I'm learning and what I'm realizing is that there is a great hunger. There's a great hunger among youth and even older generations to know new things, to learn new things, at the same time do something so that they can do help others in this difficult time. To all the webinars that we have organized so far, we have received a huge response. In fact, to our online training programs, we started with one and we ended up doing 4 online training programs. So all of our resource persons who had actually whom we had approached that they will have to be taking only session once had to take it 4 times, and they all willingly did it. So there is a great need from people to learn new things and how to handle this COVID-19 situations. To our international webinar, which included speakers from 4 continents, was streamed live on Facebook, to which we received more than 4,000 people viewing it live. And now, if I just checked yesterday for some other reasons, and I found that it has the live recording, which is right now available on Facebook, has crossed more than 10,000 views. That means the situation what we experienced for our online learning forum India is not only applicable here, it is world over. Everyone is grappling to do something and want to know how we can deal with this big monster which is probably going to kill all of us, COVID-19. We wish to do more things, and we urge everyone to do whatever is possible from their hand so that people get some ideas, get some ways to deal in such difficult times. Rita?
Yeah, and some special tips from a wise person like you, that how to balance our life in this situation.
Rita, this time right now, what world is going through is actually a very difficult time. It is an extraordinary time, a crisis which none of us who are alive from last 1 century have seen. And it is very important to keep a balance. The lockdown situation, isolation at home can really kill people from within. People can get into depression, can have a lot of anxiety issues. And that's why it's very important to keep a balance. And how can you do that? As we all know, the family is the most important unit in the society, and family keeps us grounded, family keeps us protected from all the evils and all the vices. And this is a time when I would urge everyone to be in touch with their family. Be connected with your family, spend time with your family, and keep yourself happy with people who love you the most unconditionally. Second, do some constructive activities, like maybe an online course, maybe an online learning, that will upgrade your skills and knowledge a bit. And third, very important to keep a balance in this difficult time, is do social work. When you help people, you also get helped. And for this You don't need to go out. You don't need to go out in the field to help people. You can do sitting at home by calling people whom you feel are lonely, isolated, feeling depressed. Give them positivity, give them hope, give them inspirations, make videos, have chat shows wherein you can contribute and spread happiness around. I think social work is extremely important in this time to do, because that itself, when you are helping others, you also get helped.